If you make like a semi-loud noise, like a noise that you wouldn't go over, does it peak on? Check if it peaks on Audacity. If it does,
you were peaking all over the place.
Peak. I mean, I went to yellow, but I didn't go to red.
Okay.
Maybe do I talk louder normally? Like,
no.
I mean, it's still.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome, everyone, to the Good Games Podcast. My name is James.
I'm Leo.
And I'm Justin.
How you guys doing?
Good.
I'm tired.
Why are you tired, Leo?
Because work and life.
I feel that. Just work and life. I am tired. I just played 3 sets of tennis, and I'm exhausted.
Jesus.
See, that's the thing. Is like the new year comes with like new resolutions, less food, more activities, lots of craziness, and it's just I'm exhausted.
I have the exact opposite resolutions. I'm doing more food and less exercise. I'm gonna see how that goes.
James is gonna be
doing that for 31
Fat
years.
James 2021. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go, Fat James.
Fat James.
You guys want to talk about Untitled Goose Game?
Oh boy, this game.
Yeah, it's an interesting title. Let's just talk about the title for a second. Like, how do you get away with that?
Was that something they settled on? Like, did they say, okay, we have this goose game, not sure what we're gonna call it yet, so it's Untitled, and then they just went, you know what, fuck it, that's its name, Untitled Goose Game.
It had to be like a working title, right? Like,
I'm sure that was their working title, and then they were just like, fuck it, like, Untitled Goose Game.
Like
which is so fitting.
Goose. No,
it's so like the fact that they did that fits the game perfectly.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because like the game doesn't really need a title, because like, if you give it a title, it'd probably give away too much of what the game is. I feel like.
What is the game?
What is this game? I was same. What I I don't know how to describe this game.
I don't know that you could describe this game to me in a way that tells me what this game is.
My elevator pitch for this game is you're a goose and you're an asshole.
That was it. That was my
Yeah.
That's the
Which
game.
Is great.
2 words. Goose and
You're,
asshole. Put them together.
Well, how do you make a game out of that, right? Like,
exactly.
It's so
this
random.
is such a weird
it's
game.
based on a real thing. It's based on a real thing because geese are actually assholes.
Right.
And they actually do shit like this, apparently. That's like a thing. Like, geese will go around and steal your shit. They'll eat your food. They'll, like, fuck with you. They'll attack you. They'll flap their wings at you. They'll like, intimidate you. And all for fucking no reason whatsoever. And that's pretty much what the game, encompasses.
Yeah. But you need to make, like, a game loop, game mechanics, and it's hard to do that out of such a bizarre concept.
Yeah, it's a weird mix of like puzzle solving, stealth, and like a
evil nature.
Kinda, yeah, because like you have a checklist of things to do, so you have like a rough idea of what you need to do. So it'll be like make the man hammer his thumb or something like that, and then you have to like figure out how to do that. But that's like the puzzle solving element. But then there's like an element of stealth because like so many of the things are like, oh, steal this lady's umbrella or whatever the fuck. And then you start stealing the umbrella, and then she starts chasing you, and you're like, oh shit, I got to do it without her noticing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like there's a whole like confusing puzzle to where it's like, oh, make the lady dress up the statue kind of thing, and you're like, oh, what the hell? Like, what do I dress it up with? What do I put on it?
So the clues are very interesting, an interesting game mechanic to me, because it's not just like you're given the exact details of how to solve the puzzle, and you just have to, like, it's not like a skill based test where you just have to perfect the timing, although sometimes you do have to have good timing or whatever.
Yeah.
But like part of the game is just figuring out what the clue is actually telling you to do, help the lady dress up the bust.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
It's like, do you mean this bust? It's like, is this the one they're talking about? What do I dress it up with?
Yeah, I like that they're kind of vague like that. Like,
but it's
have
also
someone...
it's fun in that it lets you like kind of explore it.
Yeah. I like it's like have someone break the expensive statue, and then you're like, okay, first I have to figure out what the expensive statue is. Then I have to figure out like how to get someone to like break it, like pick it up, and then like, you know, you have to find who is going to interact with the statue once you figure out what the statue even is, how to make them interact with the statue. Yeah, there's a whole I guess it's a puzzle solving game at its core, I guess.
I would say if you wanted to go basic genres, I would say it's a stealth-based puzzle game.
Okay.
All right.
That's kind of in a nutshell. Here's my favorite asshole goose thing was the kid with like the airplane.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah.
I love that. Like, I love that you can take his airplane and then like untie his shoe, and then when he bends over to tie his shoe, you take his glasses, and then he's just left blind for the rest of his life.
No, the best thing is that you could just fucking chase him around, flapping your wings, and he runs away.
Yeah,
and you could trap him in the phone booth, which is like one of the two do. Yeah, that's amazing.
The best part.
The other thing that I think like makes this is like the piano soundtrack that is like interactive, kind of.
Yeah,
I was very impressed by that.
Yeah,
that was done very well. Yeah,
because like if you're just like wandering around, it'll be like boop 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 boop. And then, like, if you're stealing something and, like, someone's chasing you, it'll be like, like, it's like,
the pace of the piano kind of goes with it. And, like, there's no steady theme or anything like that. It's just kind of little tiny piano, like, 1 second piano riffs that kind of go with the theme of it. So there's no real theme to the game. It's just little piano riffs that kind of go with the events, and it fits so perfectly.
Yeah, they use sound in a way that, like, kind of tells you, you know, what kind of impact your actions are having and stuff, and that was a neat touch. It's very, very polished game. I felt like, you know, very smartly done.
Yeah.
So of course, it's a short game. I mean,
you
try to go for the extra achievements, but you know, it's, you know, from beginning to end, it's probably not even a 5-6 hour game.
Yeah, it's a few hours long. Yeah, start to finish. Yeah, I think, like, the most interesting thing about this game has nothing to do with the game, really. It's the virality of this game. Like, everyone is talking about Goose Game. Like, how did we get here? Like, why is this game so popular?
Yeah. Well, you know, I think Justin had a good point where, you know, everyone knows that geese are assholes. And besides that, it's annoying that it's geese is a plural form of goose, but
that's the reason.
Plural form of
fuck that damn fuck the plural form.
The plural form of moose is not meese, so geese are just confusing as hell, and people hate them, and they're assholes. And then they make this game where you get to be the asshole, confusing goose. And I think people just want to live that, you know?
Yeah, they're just like, oh my God, I can be on the other side. Like, and it actually kind of feels good. Like, ooh, now I kind of understand the mentality of a goose. Like, why? This is why they're assholes, because they can be.
Everyone wants to be an asshole a little bit. I think that's the problem, you know, or the thing. It's like, it's the human nature.
It's like the GTA kind of concept, where it's like you're playing a game that you can essentially just fucking destroy everything and kill everyone, but it's not. You wouldn't do that in real life, obviously, if you have morals. But being able to simulate it in a game, Goose Game is like one of those things. Like, I can be the asshole goose. I can steal his bread. I can steal his glasses. Like, fuck all these people. I'm the goose. Like,
that's it, man.
So yeah, like, I don't doubt that the game is like good and it's fun being an asshole.
It's just weird.
I can't figure out why this game is like such in the zeitgeist. Like, everyone is talking about Goose Game. It reminds me of 5, 6, 7 years ago when, like, overnight, just all of a sudden everyone was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was like, what the fuck is this game? Like, what? And like, the secret to that was I mean, it's Jump Scares the video game, but it was such a huge viral success because like every streamer started playing it, and it became huge for these like reactions, like streamers pooping their pants on camera or whatever. I don't know if there's an analog here. Like it doesn't. I mean, it's popular with streamers, but like I don't know how this game is so viral. I can't figure this out.
It's just a perfect balance of, I think several things. It's that whole, asshole goose thing and being able to role play that. It's really well done, really well like developed game.
Oh, it is for sure. Yeah.
And then it's a game that kind of gives you some kind of freedom, to figure out things on your own. Like I don't want to look up footage of this game or how to solve puzzles. Like you just kind of are free to break things and poke at things and see how people react and explore, like Justin was saying earlier. So I don't know. I just think it just strikes a chord. No pun intended with the piano.
I think it's also because like it's a different game. This is not when you play something like this is not what you anticipate games to be. Yeah. Like you could call it Goose Simulator, you could call it fucking whatever, but it really is like it's so different, but yet it works so well. Yeah. So it's like something that you wouldn't expect. It's something different. It's doing something different. It like, I don't know, it gives you that element of like, this is completely different. It's got it's obviously got a silly element to it, which obviously always attracts a lot of people. People love the silliness. That's what we want. But it's just different. I feel like it just brings out this whole new mindset on playing the game. It's not a game where you have to react. It's not a game where you have to shoot, or you have to aim right, or you have to figure out the like complexity of a puzzle and you have to fight a boss. No, it's none of that. It was just so simple yet complicated yet good and interesting, but not normal.
Yeah. I think it's
a mix of the oddities. It's like all the odd things you don't expect from a game you got out of this game, and it works.
Yeah, because you really only have to watch like 5 minutes of somebody playing Goose Game before it's like, oh, I get what this is. Like, I understand you're an asshole. I get it. But like, also, you're right. There's no analog for this game. There's no other games that are like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one game that's kind of like this.
What is it?
I think it's kind of failed, though. It didn't really quite hit the goal. There's like a goat game.
Goat Simulator?
Goat Simulator. You're like an asshole goat.
Kind of.
That's more sandboxy.
Yeah,
But I mean, there's like a town. I mean, like it's definitely not like set puzzles and.
It has the same sort of goofiness, but
but that was just pure ridiculousness, and with like ragdoll physics.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't have like the real. Like Goose Game is so focused at just being one thing. Like Goat Simulator is like a bunch of silly physics and ragdoll and like whatever.
I'll be honest though, when I first heard about Goose Game, I had already heard about Goat Simulator. So my initial thought was, oh, Goat Simulator, Untitled Goose Game, like what's next,
Yeah.
Pig Simulator or something.
Oh, that's probably already a thing, sir.
There's a cockroach simulator. I've played that. That's a fun one.
What?
Okay. That sounds interesting.
It's not as smooth as the Goose Game. It's a little buggy, but.
Did you really just talk about Cockroach Game to set yourself up for a bug joke?
No, I honestly didn't see that pun coming until I was saying it, and then it just made cracked myself up.
But I'll give you the.
What I mean though is like I wonder if there's going to be a trend now with random animal based games, like simulators, like you get to be the animal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be surprised if we see a lot of like Goose Game copycats. I think this is a tough. Yeah, I think this is a tough kind of game to copy. Like Goose Game is so focused and polished. I think if you do see a lot of copycats, they're going to be really shitty.
yeah, because like you see like these simulator games, and really all they are just like kind of duplicates of one another, where they are just trying to jump on the bandwagon of like, oh, you can be a goat, but it's silly and stupid, and you could be a pig and it's silly and stupid, and eventually what it is more they're just going to keep trying to knock those out, and like James said, they're not going to polish them and take their time with them.
But that's what I mean. I feel like a lot of those simulator games had come out, right? You know, Goat Simulator, Roach Simulator, Fly Simulator.
Yeah.
And then this Goose Game came out, and I think at first other people had to make that connection. Like at first I was like, oh, it's just another blank simulator game. Like I don't know, before I saw any footage or played it. And then obviously this changes things because it is a goose simulator because it feels like you're a goose.
Oh yeah.
It sounds so stupid to talk about, but it's a totally actual good game aside from the fact. So, but I wonder now if people will see that and go, oh, if we make like a good game and it just happens to make you feel like an asshole pigeon, maybe there's a new genre there.
I'm pretty sure there's a game that's like coming out that's like Pigeon Simulator.
See? I'm telling you.
That probably already exists.
I've seen a streamer play it, and you're just a pigeon flying around, shitting on people and stealing their food.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. It's definitely, like, I'm pretty sure it's like in alpha. It's like very buggy, but that's the general concept of the game.
All I'm saying is 2020 is going to be the year of
animal simulators.
Oh, Jesus.
Silly
animal simulators. Is that what it's going to be?
I hope you're wrong.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong too.
The nice thing too about Untitled Goose Game is that like it wasn't like forced like goofiness, kind of like how Goat Simulator was, where it was like, there's obviously a forced, you have to fucking blow up the gas station kind of bullshit. But like Goose Game was like you can only do goose things. You can grab shit, you can flap your wings, and that's about it. And you can honk.
Yeah. I love that there's a button dedicated to honk.
Yeah, there's like 3 things roughly you do as a goose, and there's nothing else, and you're not like.
But the honk is relevant too. Like it's not. Yeah,
no, it's not
silly.
No, it's usable to solve things, and it's to get people's attention if you need to like direct them away from something or to something. So.
Right, and it is silly, and it makes for silly moments.
Yeah,
but it's not an inherently silly thing. It's not in there just for silliness. It has a purpose.
Yeah, and it feels natural, I guess is what I'm going for. It's not.
It makes
it's not
you
forced.
feel like it's a fucking goose honk, man. Like you're doing it.
Yeah, you're like a goose, and it's like there definitely is. If anyone listening hasn't played it, there's definitely is a goal in the end. There's a set goal that this goose has, but I'm not going to spoil what that goal is. But overall, he or she needs to accomplish said goal, and in the process, the goose just decides to be an asshole.
Such is life.
Yeah.
By the way, they definitely nailed like the animation of like being a goose and the way the goose like flaps its wings and like just like animation and art style, just like nailed it.
Art style,
got it.
Even down to the goose honk sound effect.
Yeah.
It's pretty spot on.
Yeah, very polished.
Yeah. Just spam that honk, man. That's all I used to do.
I wonder how many hours of goose research they did. Just really looking at how geese walked and.
Oh, I'm sure to get like all those animations right, they probably like had recorded videos of geese like walking around, flapping on their wings, picking shit up.
Yeah, they nailed those animations.
They probably got some ideas. Like they probably were out in the field researching geese, and then the goose like stole their jar of jam or whatever, and that's how they got the idea for the little picnic puzzle, and
yeah. If there's anything with like animations, I feel like the people's animations was a little bit weird. They were kind of like when they chase you, they were kind of like a weird floatiness, and they all kind of had this hunch over going on. Which is a little weird, but again, that like just kind of I don't know. That just makes it that it doesn't take anything away from the game. It's just kind of almost gives into the silliness of it.
It's almost an artistic approach, or something.
But the goose animations are spot on.
Yeah, nailed it. All right. Anything else with Goose Game?
It's a good game. If you're thinking about playing Goose Game, play it.
It's a good Goose Game.
Good Goose Game.
If you want to be a goose, play this game. Because that's pretty much what a goose is.
If you don't want to be a goose, still play the game.
Yeah, still play the game. You want to just be an asshole, just play the game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Let's do our little self plug here. This podcast is brought to you by our patrons. And you too, listener, can support this podcast by going to patreon.com and looking for Good Games Cast. Your Patreon money helps us pay for the software that we use to host this podcast, so you can directly contribute to this podcast being made.
So
and speaking,
do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Or not, I don't know. You should probably do it though. Speaking of patrons, what are their names? I've done this enough times. Fair King and Lars Mortensen. Thank you guys for helping make this podcast possible. So our top 5 for this episode is the top 5 games we're hyped for in 2020. It's a brand new year, guys.
Yeah,
very hyped.
Did you guys make any resolutions? Oh, we talked about that at the top of the show, didn't we? Jesus, I'm tired too.
Well, I mean, not really. You talked about yours, about getting fat.
Yeah. Well, Leo said he was going to exercise more and eat less. I said I'm going to eat more and exercise less.
Yeah,
No.
But I mean, I don't know. That's not really my resolutions. I'm just saying it's the time of year where resolutions happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then in a couple weeks, it's the time of year where everyone just says fuck it and goes back to doing exactly what they've always done.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually do have a resolution this year, which is rare. I have resolved to be more engaging with our social presence for the Good Games Cast.
Ooh, are we growing our social media presence?
Yeah, so you guys will be able to interact and engage with the Good Games Cast and at our Instagram, our Facebooks, our Twitters. Obviously the Patreon account is there. I just dropped something that might probably made a noise.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm keeping that in. I'm not editing that out.
I'm picking this up.
All right.
Just dropping shit off your desk.
Right.
There you go.
Anyway,
can you tell that we're all tired, listeners?
Oh yeah.
This is a special late night edition of the Good Game. We usually don't record this.
Yeah, like Leo's tired because he got up early. James is tired because he just played a shit ton of tennis. I'm tired because I have a kid and chased him around all day. Yeah. So we all have our excuses.
We're all tired. Let's.
Yeah.
This is the sunset version of Good Games Cast.
My resolution is I'm gonna sleep more.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna use that.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna sleep less is really my resolution.
Your resolutions are shitty, man. What you're gonna You're have to work more, eat less, sleep less. That all sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to train myself for this baby.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Just you know what? That's probably a good idea if you only sleep 2 hours a night, or like sporadically sleep 2 hours. So sleep for 2 hours, stay awake for an hour, then sleep another 2 hours, then stay awake for an hour, and that'll prep you for at least the first 6 months of this child's life.
This is a strict regimen.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on with this podcast so we can all get some sleep soon.
Okay.
Our top 5. Because it's a new year, our top 5 is our top 5 games we're hyped for in the year 2020. By the way, I went back and listened because we did the same top 5 for last year.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and listened and got our top 5 games. Are you ready for this, Leo?
All right, I'm ready.
All right, my top 5 was 5 Sekiro. That turned out pretty well.
Okay.
Number 4 was Bloodstained. That turned out pretty well. My top 3 did not turn out so hot. Number 3, Psychonauts 2, delayed to 2020. Number 2, Spelunky 2, delayed indefinitely. Number 1, Metroid Prime 4, delayed indefinitely.
How the hell were those even on your list? Like, how is Metroid Prime 4 even on your list?
What do you mean?
Like, do we even know when that game's gonna happen?
Oh, no. So I'm saying this is at the beginning of 2019, last year.
Yeah.
Leo and I did this episode. So that was before they announced that the game was delayed, because originally that game was supposed to launch in 2019. So, yeah.
I don't remember.
Before they delayed it. So I'm just saying, like, all of the games I was hyped for were delayed. Leo, your number 5 was Death Stranding. Then Jump Force. Then Dead or Alive 6. Ghosts of Tsushima, which was delayed to 2020. And your number 1 game you were excited for was Shenmue 3.
Wow, that was accurate.
Yeah.
I
like,
didn't
are
play
you guys
any
like
of the other games?
Yeah, are you guys kind of like disappointed with your hypes of last year?
Yeah,
well, I guess like
weird.
You didn't even get half your list, pretty much.
I know. Half my list was just fucked indefinitely. Sekiro and Bloodstained, I was happy with. Were you happy with Leo? Were you happy with Jump Force, Death Stranding, Dead or Alive 6, Shenmue 3?
I didn't play anything except for Shenmue 3.
You didn't even play those games?
No, I think I did play Dead or Alive.
How was it?
I was not happy with anything except for Shenmue 3. Yeah. And even Shenmue 3, like...
Yeah.
I wanted it to blow people's minds more than it did, you know?
Yeah.
It could have been more.
It could have been more than what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so this year, hopefully our games will not be delayed.
I feel good about my list this year.
I feel,
I'm 100% success rate right here. Here we go.
These games, I'm pretty sure, are all going to launch in 2020. I'm pretty damn sure about all these.
Yeah.
Pretty damn sure.
My number 5 is Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon. So this is like a soft reboot of the Yakuza series. And they've taken the like weird beat 'em up brawler gameplay of Yakuza, because like really all Yakuza is like mini games, wandering around in a city, watching cutscenes and beating people up. Well, that last part they've taken like the beating people up and replaced it with like a turn-based RPG, which is like,
I feel like this will make me like this series better.
Yes, same. And I'm already a pretty big Yakuza guy. Like but like honestly, like the beat 'em up thing was never a selling point for me, so I'm happy that we're experimenting with the formula. Too. And also, brand new protagonist. You're not playing as Kiryu in this game anymore. So yeah, Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon.
My number 5 was actually Half-Life Alyx.
Ooh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a VR set?
No. but like, I don't know. I'm hoping that by the time it comes out, that maybe, but I probably won't. Because I'm broke, but no, it looks like fun, and it looks like it will be a good VR game, and VR is really starting to get to that, like, I mean, it really is at that, but it's like at that point where it's like getting so good that it's only going to get better from then on, and I feel like Half-Life Alyx just looks like a really, really good game, and you know, I've been itching to play. We need Half-Life in our lives right now, a little bit, and I know we got some stuff, but we got what was it? Zen came out, but the Half-Life Alyx looks like it's going to be like a really fun VR game to play, and like
Alyx looks to be really the next big hit for the Half-Life series.
Yeah,
and a trendsetter for VR format.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that with like VR becoming more popular, that maybe the prices will go down. I don't know.
I mean, you can get an Oculus Quest now for $300,
yeah,
$400.
Yeah,
that's really not terrible.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Maybe
I am too. Honestly,
I need a better PC. If
I talked about it, I'm on the last cast. I highly recommend.
Oh no! The Oculus Quest. That's a standalone thing. You don't have to.
No, I know, but my understanding too is that if you want to play like more games or games that are more like intensive, you can hook it up to your computer.
Yes. In fact, today I just got the Oculus Link cable. Just came in the mail, so I'm going to try out the hooking up the Quest to the PC and playing almost as if it was a Rift.
I hope I might be preempting your endorsement thing, but I hope you can talk about in your endorsement section your experience with the Oculus. I'm very interested to see what you thought of the Quest.
I'm happy to give it my critical review.
All right.
Okay.
What's your number 5, Leo?
My number 5 is FF7 Remake.
All the way down at 5, really?
Well, you know, it's not FF8. You know.
Oh. Well, wait a minute. So okay, all right. Fair
That's
enough.
not why. That's not why.
Okay,
I'm just.
all right.
And that's all. That's also an if we get it in 2020, because surprise, surprise, it got delayed again.
We'll get it.
I mean, I think we all knew it was going to get delayed at some point, but at least it was only a month.
But they were so they were so pushing, like, we got a date finally, we got a date, and then now it's like
this happens. This
Hey.
happens every time with Square. I think anytime Square gives us a release date, just add like 2 or 3 months to that, and that's when it's actually going to come out.
Yeah, but with this, it's been keep adding it to every date they announce. You keep adding that 2 months indefinitely. There is no end to this release date.
I don't know.
I know. I'm pretty sure we're going to get it this year. I mean, we have to
think so too.
at this point.
I think so too. I think it'll be out in April. Yeah, it'll be out in April.
There, you heard it from James, folks. It's coming out in April.
He's the guy to go to. He's like chief level.
I don't know. It's just a gut feeling. I'm probably wrong. You can never know with Square.
They were very confident about the last release date. So I feel like this is like, okay, there's a few bugs we got to work out, but this is definitely the release date. I feel like that's where they're at now.
Yeah. That's kind of the impression I got.
Yeah.
Is that it's mostly done, but we need another month to polish.
Yeah.
The main thing for me is, I am excited to play the game. I'll put it in my top 5, but I'm not over the moon ecstatic for this game. Like, I want to see what they do different. I'm somewhat curious to explore Midgar. We've talked about it before. I'm not terribly pleased with how they went about it this time around. So,
What, like the episodic format?
The episodic format. And, yeah.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm open. I'm cautiously optimistic, and it's going to be a big game just for video game history. So, my number 5.
My number 4 is Resident Evil 3 remake, and this would not be on my list if it weren't for how shockingly good the RE2 remake was last year.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Honestly, this could be half as good as RE2 remake, and I'd still be happy with it. I was so impressed with the RE2 remake. The only thing that concerns me is the turnaround time for this game. I'm assuming it's the same team that worked on RE2, and maybe it isn't. But assuming it's the same team, the development for this game is under a year. The turnaround time on this is ridiculous, which makes me a little nervous that they're pushing this out the door too fast. But
unless
whatever,
maybe they were able to recycle some from RE2.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same engine. I'm sure they'll some of the models.
Maybe it saved them half the time.
You're right.
They probably already knew RE2 was going to be a major success and got started on RE3 right away.
Yeah. But yeah, super jazzed to see, because one of the best received things in RE2 remake was Mr. X and the way Mr. X works, and the entire time I was playing that game, I was like, oh shit, if they ever remake RE3, this is perfect for Nemesis.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm sure Nemesis is just going to be an unstoppable nightmare the entire time you're playing that game. It'll be good.
I mean, the trailers look good, and the Nemesis
do.
does look very intimidating, I gotta say, so...
Yeah.
Looks like it'll be good.
RE3, man. I'm excited.
We're on number 4?
4.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm not paying attention. I'm tired. I'm just going to cycle back. I put FF7 Remake as my number 4. I am excited because I have played FF7. And I'll be honest, I never actually finished it. I got maybe halfway through it. But I enjoyed it. So... yeah, FF7. We pretty much talked about that already, and I think it's. I really want it to come out. It's one of the main reasons I bought the PlayStation 4 was to just be ready for that to come out. So yeah, FF7 Remake is my number 4.
My number 4 is The Last of Us Dos.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Part 2.
Last of Us. I've always told James since the PS3 days is a great game, and he's refused to play it for years and years.
Yeah, I'm just not a Naughty Dog fan. Like, I don't...
You can't just say you're not a Naughty... Like, I mean, you can say that, but, like, it's not really comparable to...
No, it's not. I'm sure it's not.
Anyway.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm just a stubborn guy. I don't know. I just haven't played
Last
that game.
of Us 2 looks bigger, better, sexier, scarier, more action-packed.
Ooh, baby.
So, yeah. It's more of the same good stuff.
Good Games Podcast After Dark.
That was the one where we saw gameplay at the last E3, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Where
It kinda like-
I forget the character's name, the girl. You know,
Oh shit, that was E3 2018. Jesus,
Was it?
that's the thing. Yeah,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, how long ago was that? Like,
that
because
was,
it doesn't
yeah.
feel like it was the last
It's a
E3.
ways back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Was that when?
game's
Is
been
that
a
when we had
long time.
the one like flute guy who sat on
Yeah.
stage?
Yes.
Yes.
That was the best E3 ever.
Yeah.
Man. I love that.
Oh Jesus, what do you got, Leo?
Number 3.
That was my number 4. So
What's your number 3, sir?
Wait.
Or do you
Did
want?
I skip somebody?
Did I don't know. I said
I
my
fuck up?
4. Leo said his 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's me then.
Wait, I was like, did I just fall asleep during
No,
your
I
guys'
fucked
number
up.
3s?
We're-
Holy
it's-
shit!
Yeah, that's me. I fucked up. My number 3. I'm just recycling this from last year. Spelunky 2. I think there's a decent chance this will actually launch in 2020. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And I fucking love Spelunky, so like I want more, please. I want it. That's my number 3. Spelunky 2.
Yeah. Definitely. My number 3. We already talked about it yet again. Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
On the premise that Resident Evil 2 was so good, I feel like RE3 is going to be also very good. And to be honest, it holds a thing because RE3 was my Resident Evil with Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember Nemesis like a lot.
Yeah, Nemesis is like when I think Resident Evil, that's the game. Like Jill
Nemesis
Valentine.
was my Nemesis.
Yeah. It definitely is. It was definitely one of the Resident Evils that had like a love-hate with me because like it had like that level of difficulty where it was like you hated the game and then you would rage quit, but then like the next day you just go right back to it and try again. And so yeah, definitely a love-hate relationship with that game. So I'm excited to see it come out again in a new whole format, and it looks good. I've seen the trailers and it looks good.
Yeah.
Good. My number 3 we've already talked about is Half-Life Alyx.
Ooh.
It is definitely one of the reasons I picked up an Oculus Quest, and I think it is going to be a major trendsetter for how to do first-person shooters in a mass market way for VR. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Nice. My number 2, which I have a feeling is probably your guys' number 1. My number 2 is Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh.
That is also my number 2.
Yeah.
Well.
I have that as my number 1.
Oh, okay.
I'll
All
just
right.
say it now.
Well,
I figured it was, yeah. So, I don't know. It looks, I mean, the early gameplay and trailers look amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always kind of been into the cyberpunk, Blade Runner sort of dystopian.
Yeah.
I don't know. That
Dude,
whole vibe.
No. The selling point is Keanu Reeves. Whoa.
yeah.
All
All I had to say was, hey, new game coming out, Keanu Reeves, and I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll pay $50 million for it. Yeah.
But also, yeah, it's CD Projekt Red. They did a great job with The Witcher, so like I feel like they can pull this off.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Very excited about it.
Yeah, it does look very good. It looks very artistic. It looks very clean. It looks like it's going to be very visually pleasing, if anything.
Yeah.
But also like psychologically pleasing, like questions about, as especially like I keep telling people about with VR, I do think eventually we actually are going to get into synapses, like sending signals with your brain and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
that making its way into controlling characters and stuff. like I don't think we're going to necessarily be talking about implants, but you talk about these futuristic movies and games where they're talking about implants and like technology and human and biotechnology and the ethics behind that.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting.
We'll see what happens. You're saying like brain waves essentially to play video games?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll talk a little bit more about that later if you guys want. But yeah, all right. Side tangent. Basically, as I was doing my research for the Quest, Facebook owns the Oculus Quest or Oculus team now, and they were doing a presentation to people announcing the Quest like originally.
Yeah.
And in that presentation, they also talked about how they've purchased a company. I forget the name of the company that already has a wristband that doesn't require an implant, but it like senses the same sort of nerve and muscle movements on your wrist that like someone with a bionic arm would control, like hands or bionic hands or whatever. And they use that to track like hands and fingers and arm, like whatever arm movement or whatever in the game. So like, they've been able to connect just you moving your muscles or thinking about moving your muscles or whatever into controlling a character in a game. So like,
so it is Cyberpunk 2077.
Like it's beginning. Yeah. Like this is phase 1, and in 10, 15 years we're going to be plugging in like Matrix style.
I was going to say, so you're telling me the future of video games is the Matrix.
Yeah. Of course, and that's I can't wait. And I will be the first person to sign up. Like people are like, "Yeah, well, would you ever do an implant?" And I'm like, "Hell, yes, I would." And they're like, "Well, what if it kills you?" I'm like, "I will gladly risk my life."
Leo will he will give his body to science.
I will absolutely.
To have a VR implant.
Promise you, if someone was like, "Hey, we think we've got implants figured out, or jacking into the Matrix, but we need volunteers and you could die," I will raise my hand immediately. For sure.
All right.
Anyway, what's your number 2, Justin?
I did Cyberpunk. Justin did Cyberpunk. So what's your 2, Leo?
No. You and me did Cyberpunk, James.
Well, that was my number 1, but I figured we were going to talk enough about it.
Oh, sorry. What was your 2, Justin?
Oh, my number 2 is Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
That actually looks like it's going to be, and that comes out, I believe it's in March or April.
I'll definitely pick that up. I always
and especially that it's coming out on the Switch, which has been like the perfect handheld system.
Of course.
It's. I feel like that's just going to be a nice, perfect little combination because like Stardew Valley was so nice to play on the Switch, which is where I owned it. And I feel like Animal Crossing is just going to give me that same kind of vibe. Especially being able to like play it on the go, and you can just pop it on and check out your village or your your beach resort. I think that's the theme they're going for.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it looks very good. I mean, even like what we've seen so far, they've added a lot to where it doesn't look like the kind of polygon-y game it used to be. In the last one, of course, we had on the DS or 3DS. It still looked good. New Leaf, it still played good. But this is like now it's on a more powerful system, and we haven't had really an Animal Crossing on a system like this for a while. And so I think it'll be pretty exciting, especially with how the Switch is mobile, and I could just play Animal Crossing while laying in bed. It's just gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice game to play, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
I'm pumped. Yeah, that sounds great.
That is a very nice, relaxing game.
Yeah. Okay, this is it.
All right.
The number 1
My
most
number
anticipated
1.
games.
Now, when we're sitting here in 2021, I have a feeling we could probably giggle about how excited I was for this, but I am all in on Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm pretty stoked for this. Okay, hear me out. Look, I know Square, as of the last 10 years, doesn't have a super great track record of...
Nope.
Okay, but here's the thing. First of all, a demo was like privately posted to the PlayStation Network servers, and anyway, the demo was data mined, and footage of the demo has been leaked by people with unlocked PlayStations. I've seen the first like half hour, 45 minutes of this game. It looks amazing. It looks exactly like what I wanted. It's out there if you want to go see it.
Okay.
It's I mean, it basically the demo is like the opening bombing mission from the original, but like everything is just stretched out. Like it's, you know, the characters have more dialogue, there's more interactions, there's more just like Cloud being passive aggressive to Barrett and just trying to piss him off, like because there's like a couple of those lines in the original, but now it's just fleshed out so much more. The characters.
Yeah, but is it like Final Fantasy 15 stretched out?
Yeah, so like when you're walking around, the characters do seem to like talk to each other a lot.
Yeah.
But like, here's the other thing, and the other thing I was gonna say was, like Final Fantasy 7, the original, is like one of my all-time favorite games. Oh, yeah. And I love all these. I already know I love all these characters because, like, honestly, like Noctis and Prompto and they're all shitheads. I don't care. But like, I am excited about the prospect of having the vision of like the original game that was made 20 years ago just fleshed out more, and like exploring these characters more, exploring these locations more. Just like more about the game, and that from the demo I've seen, that appears to be exactly what they're going to deliver. I don't know. I think just from like a standpoint of me wanting to like see more about the characters, learn more about the locations, like just see more, I think I'll be satisfied just from that alone.
Yeah.
Like even if the game is dog shit, like I'm still interested. I'm still super hyped for this game, just because like a remake of this scale I don't think has ever really been attempted in.
Yeah.
No, this is a
like I feel like the closest we've gotten is probably RE2. RE2
is a good RE1, RE2 remake. Yeah, those are good analogs of like and that's exactly what I wanted. Like RE2 remake is just, you know, here's the original, but like we've adapted it for like modern game design. We've fleshed it out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping we get from FF7, because it looks like if you're a purist, you can still do the turn-based stuff, but you know, we remade this 3D action combat thing. I don't know. All this looks really exciting. And I'm all in on this game. We'll see if everyone's laughing at me in 2021, but I am all in on FF7 Remake.
All right.
I'm into it.
No, I have high hopes for it.
We already talked about Cyberpunk, Justin, but
yeah, that's my number one
choice. So
yeah, just
so what's your number one, Leo?
My number one.
Ooh,
you already know.
I do.
If it's not Cyberpunk, it's got to be the samurai game, right?
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ah, returning to your most anticipated. Yeah.
So that's back-to-back years making it to the list, but I don't know if it was my number. It was not my number one last year. So
no, it was your number two, I think.
Yeah, so this year it's moved up to number one, the number one slot.
Yeah.
And I do think it's actually coming out this year now.
I think all of the games we've talked about are there's a pretty darn good chance they're all coming out.
Except Psychonauts 2, I doubt that one.
You're right. That's like that. And
I don't trust that game company at all. I know they got bought out and everything, but still, there seems to be.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Wait, that wasn't even on my list. I said from 2019, I was excited for Psychonauts 2.
Yeah. Still not.
I'm still gonna play it when it comes out. My hype level for that game has kind of dropped off a little bit.
Dropped.
Though. Yeah. All right, there you go. That's the games we are excited for in 2020. Yeah. You guys want to endorse and then go to bed?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
Okay, so real quick, let me endorse. Do you guys remember Guitar Hero and Rock Band?
Yes.
Fantastic games.
So I was watching Awesome Games Done Quick, which I've endorsed many times on this podcast before. I was watching AGDQ that just ended.
By the way, Matt Wong, I think, was there all week for that.
Oh shit! Why didn't you tell me he was going to be there? I entertained the notion of driving up to watch. Know. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Where was it this year?
It was in Orlando, and I was like, I was gonna.
Shit.
Yeah, we were gonna drive up and watch some of the runs there, but I was like, I don't know, it's gonna be a bunch of nerdy speedrunners. We're not gonna know anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, Matt, like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I'm just sitting here playing my Switch while I'm watching these guys, run a game.
That's what most of the crowd does.
Boring shit.
Yeah, I mean, I could have hung out with Matt then and played games with him. Anyway, my endorsement was I was watching Games Done Quick, and there was a guy who was playing like really obnoxiously hard Guitar Hero songs, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen this before, where they like mod some of the. But then I was looking closely at it, and he was not playing on console; he was playing on PC, and I was like, wait a second, so is he like on an emulator or something? No, there is like a standalone, music rhythm game client made in Unity specifically for PC called Clone Hero, and he's playing and I was like, oh wow, and it looked really polished, and it can do a lot of crazy things, like you can have custom backgrounds, obviously you can do custom songs, it looked like a really powerful and flexible tool, so I downloaded it, and it's like amazing. Right now they just have guitar support, but they have like online multiplayer, local multiplayer, scoreboards, leaderboards. You can do custom songs. You can, and this is like the super duper illegal part. I'm sure this has got to be crazy illegal, but you can download like any song, like all of the Guitar Hero songs, all of the Rock Band songs, but like plus way more, because it's all community generated, community driven. So if somebody like charts their favorite song, they could just post it on this forum, and it gets added to this enormous database of music. But yeah, Clone Hero, it's a really well polished and well made Guitar Hero ripoff, clearly by the name Clone Hero. But in the future, they're going to, I guess, rebrand it as Strike Line. I guess they're going to call it Strike Line. That's their rebranding that's going to happen in the future. And they're adding drum support is coming very soon, which I'm very excited about that. So yeah, check out Clone Hero.
So I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I have my my PS2 Guitar Hero guitars.
Yeah, you can just buy an adapter and use them on your PC.
Okay. Because I also have the Guitar Hero Live guitars.
Oh, the like crazy 6-button,
the black white button ones.
Yeah,
you
can import all the Guitar Hero Live songs, and some people have charted the like crazy because the way Guitar Hero Live worked is like fundamentally incompatible with the way Guitar Hero and Rock Band, like the previous games, worked.
It's a complete change in the concept.
It's a complete. So yes, you can also do the Guitar Hero Live versions, but you have to figure out because certain songs are only compatible with the 6-button guitar, and certain songs are only compatible with the 5-button guitar. So you just have to look when you're downloading a song what it's compatible with.
Okay.
But
I'm interested.
I gotta ask,
really
James,
cool tool.
Do you still have your equipment?
No, I sold that shit when I moved 2 years ago. But I went down to Goodwill, and you can find the old Guitar Hero guitars for $3 a pop, and pretty much any Goodwill will have them. Yeah. What you really want to find though are the Xbox 360 instruments, because the Xbox 360 instruments were just USB. So you can just plug them into your computer, and they just kind of work. Whereas with the PS2 ones, you have to buy an adapter. The Wii ones, you can try to Bluetooth your Wii remote to the PC, which is what I ended up doing. It's a giant pain in the ass, but I'm still hunting for Xbox 360 instruments so I can just plug them in USB and not have to worry about it.
I'll see if my Goodwill has any. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I guess for the drums, you can just be super legit and just get a Roland.
That's what I was going to ask you for an endorsement, Leo. When this drum thing comes out, assuming that electronic MIDI drums would be compatible, and I don't see why they wouldn't, I'm going to have to come to you for an endorsement of a good electronic drum kit.
There it is. You can just I'll definitely talk to you at that point, but I'll tell you right now, it's the Roland TD11K. It has mesh heads, and it has a USB out. It's perfect.
Okay, all right. Okay. I'll take a look at that, assuming that it's compatible with Clone Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my endorsement. Clone Hero. Go check it out.
Okay.
Clone hero.
I guess I can go next.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, do it.
I guess I'll endorse something that's helping me kind of learn and also stay healthy is me and my wife order the HelloFresh meals.
HelloFresh.
Yeah, so it's they deliver.
I've heard about
they deliver meals to your door, and you can pick however many meals you want to get. We just do the 3 meals a week.
By the way, we're not endorsed by HelloFresh.
We're not endorsed by. I am endorsing them.
Yes,
so
yeah. They're not paying us anything. Nobody's paying. Aside from our patrons, nobody's paying us anything.
Yeah, I mean,
right now.
if
right
they
now,
want to reach
right.
out.
Oh
to
yeah,
us,
give us money, please.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, all day, baby. Give us that money.
Yeah. No.
HelloFresh, give me some free meals, and I'll talk about how.
Right.
I can get you a free meal, sir, if you want one. We can get you one free sample meal through our account if you want.
Wow. Okay. God damn. They should be paying us.
Yeah. But no, it's been great because like one of the cool things is that you kind of learn like how to cook. Because usually you're used to like fucking after coming out of college and making hot dogs and ramen noodles and eating a bag of potato chips and to be
Even
honest,
that is too advanced for me. I can't do any of that.
Yeah. You were just. I remember you just had hot dogs. You were just a hot dog guy for a while.
I just microwave them. Yeah.
Throw them on the stove and kind of
microwave.
fry them
No,
up a bit.
no. Just microwave.
Oh.
Stove is too complicated.
Oh,
Stove
God.
is way too. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not great. It's not great, but it's what I did. Now I'm married and my wife will sometimes cook for me, but honestly we eat out just so much.
Yeah. That's a nice thing. So it's roughly about if you do the 3 meals, it's roughly about $60 every week. But that comes out to about for both of us it's $10 a person, which really is less than what you would pay going out to eat those 3 days.
Yeah,
and
it's not bad.
Yeah, you don't have to really do too much grocery shopping, and they anticipate that you have like some of the basic groceries, like you have oils, you have butters, you obviously have pots and pans, and certain things. And which you don't, it kind of encourages that you do, because the thing they're kind of teaching you is how to cook like fresh meals using the freshest possible ingredients you can get, like some things like chicken stock and all that. You aren't entirely fresh, but are semi-processed, but nonetheless they give you like veggies, they give you meats, and
you can make your own chicken stock.
No, I know that, but that's a lot of work. That's too much work.
I do a lot in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. I'll help you with some recipes.
Yeah. Shoot them over. But that's another thing too, is that you get these like recipes to make these meals. You can choose the meals you want, so you have like an assortment of meals. If you want to pay a little extra money for like a gourmet meal, you can do that, where you can get like a special steak with some like really nice stuff. But the cool thing is that they're sort of low calorie meals, because like a lot of the times you eat like a big dinner, but this shows you that you don't have to eat a big dinner and feel full. Like eating veggies with like a little bit of a side of rice or something, like, and like a meat. It is enough for you, and it's great because it's really teaching us a lot. And I gotta say, like, I feel like it's made me a little bit healthier and a little bit more aware, because I'm starting to cook a bit more fresh. So I'm actually lost a lot of weight in the past year, which I'm very proud of.
Nice, way to go!
And my labs have shown me that my health is getting better, so I'm happy about that. And I do want to attribute that to the HelloFresh meals, because I feel like they're really making a difference. It's teaching us some good skills, and you get to have these recipes later on. So if you ever want to repeat the recipes, if down the road you want to cancel it, all you have to do is grab the recipe cards that you save up and just go to the grocery store, buy what you need, and you can still accomplish the same thing. So there you go. HelloFresh is.
I remember in college we would go to like, I don't know, like a food court in the mall or something.
Yeah.
And then get like this like just like food court food, and they would pile on like 8 pounds of food into one styrofoam
it was Perry's barbecue
tray. And then you could like survive on that for a whole week. Like that was the original HelloFresh formula right there.
Not
as fresh.
The same thing. Yeah, that's not fresh, not healthy.
Yeah.
I think the basic thing
I gotta
that they
say,
have
though,
in common is food.
That was some damn good food, man. Their orange chicken, whoo, baby.
Dude, that was
the end of me.
That was the first 100 pounds of my life right there. Just devouring those.
Yeah.
That's cool though, man. Yeah, I think we're almost there with HelloFresh and like Blue Apron and these other kinds of like mail service recipes. We're almost to what I need. What I need is, if I was rich, I could have done this years ago.
Yeah.
But I need to just pay someone to just spoon feed me exactly what I need to just survive, and then I know that I don't require anything else. Like, you know, like I don't have to cook it. I don't have to. I literally am just like, oh, it's time to eat. Okay, and then they just give me, you know, exactly what I need.
Or you can do it like Star Trek style, where it's like replicators, and they produce the food that you want, and it tastes like the food that you want, but technically it's got all the proper proteins and vitamins that you need, so you're never technically ever like overeating or eating unhealthy.
Just make it like make it as routine as brushing my teeth. Just like this is all I need right here. I just do this 3 times a day.
You just want the vitamin regimen.
Yeah, if I don't have to think about food for the rest of my life, I could have a 6-pack. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Okay.
I love thinking about food though.
Huh?
I said I love thinking about food though. I love eating food.
Oh
yeah.
That's
I
my problem.
I mean, I like thinking about food, but the problem is then I go eat a bunch.
Or you do it like Willy Wonka style, where it's like you chew a piece of gum and it gives you like all the nutrients you want, but it tastes like an entire goddamn meal as you're chewing it. You know.
But that's that's fine. But you know what I'm saying? Like, all I need is someone. I need like celebrities have this, by the way. They have private chefs, and like breakfast, lunch, dinner. They just take care of their meal for them.
Yeah, they wake up, they step into the kitchen, and there's already like a meal prep for them.
It fits all their macros. You know, it's exactly what they need based on their workout regimen. Like whatever.
So you want a private chef? What I want is the Willy Wonka and the Star Trek.
Well, I mean that's next
together.
level. Yeah, obviously. I mean, right now the most realistic thing is a private chef. But what I want eventually to get to is like I don't want to leave the bed and already have my breakfast. Like, you know, like, I don't know. Anyway,
what are we talking about? What are you endorsing something? Are you endorsing private chef?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, that was just my comments on Justin's endorsement.
That's right.
Anyway,
that's right.
My endorsement this evening. I have it marked here that I've already talked about the Oculus Quest, but that wasn't last episode, right? Was it last episode?
I don't know. All these episodes blend together.
Well, I think I've already talked about the Oculus Quest.
Yeah, but now you've actually you own it and you used it. We need like your consumer report now.
I gotta tell you guys.
Yeah.
This thing.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
Okay.
It is incredible.
Okay.
First of all, the fact like wireless VR is the future of VR. It's the next.
Yeah.
The next
that's
phase
for sure.
of VR.
Yeah.
Because this is the first real example of this that I mean, there's one other one created I think by Samsung, but that's no good. This is the first I think marketable hardware. Like lenses are good, screen is decent, you know, resolution is a little bit less than the Rift, but all the features on this and the quality, it feels like you're putting on an Oculus Rift, dude. It just feels like you're putting a Rift on your head, you know, and some of the textures are going to be a little bit less because of the processor being, you know, weaker than what you probably have in your computers, but it's more than passable. It is great.
What I really want is Beat Saber. That's all I really want.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I mean, like the main games people play, like it's, you know, I'm in here, I'm playing Beat Saber. I'm on the VR chat talking with people falling asleep while they have their headsets on. It's hilarious.
What?
Wait.
That's a thing?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
That needs to be your next week endorsement. I need to hear this story about you in a VR chat room talking to people falling asleep.
Dude, my first experience with VR chat, I go in there, I don't even say anything. I'm so nervous. Like everyone's just talking about school. I'm like back in high school.
First of all, what was your character overlay? Like, what was your character when you went in there?
Oh, well, I want to make my own. I'd like to make one that was just like a big, large, bearish kind of guy like me, but I just picked the closest thing I could find, which I don't even know what it's from, but it's like some Russian bald dude with a thick mustache and like a wrestling one piece wrestling outfit that's like pink and teal. It's very flamboyant.
That's Leo, everyone. There you go. That's your visual of what Leo looks like.
Yep. And I just walked around.
I wish you hadn't described what you look like. I would love for any of our listeners who don't know us in person to like please draw pictures of what you think we look like and like send that to goodgamescast@gmail.com, please.
That's a great idea.
Please do that. Idea. Please.
If I like one of them,
research.
I'll use it as my avatar.
Yeah, don't Google us, please. Just draw what you think we look like.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but yeah. I was in there and like people are talking or whatever, and then I see this guy in his avatar. Some of the avatars on Oculus Quest, because it's by platform, I guess. I don't know. You have to go download all of the rest of them, I think, or something. I don't know. So some of them are just kind of like generic avatars, like just like CPU people. I don't know. So he was like, I don't know what his actual avatar was, but he was sitting there and then like turned to one side, and then his head was like, on his shoulder. But the avatar's eyes were open, but his whole body language was like asleep. And I realized this dude's asleep in his VR headset, And he was just laying there.
Because it's like mimicking all the motions of him sleeping?
Yeah, and his arms and like his hands and stuff. It's funny.
How do you even accomplish that? Like, how do you sleep like that? I can't imagine.
This is that comfortable.
Unless he was like sitting down and doing it, and then maybe.
Well, yeah. He was sitting down. I mean, I was sitting down at this. I'd been standing up for a while, and I sat down too. So the Oculus lets you switch between stationary mode and Guardian mode, which is where you stand up and you literally create a fence anywhere you are. And apparently this fence can be the size of a football field. It doesn't matter. Like, that's the crazy thing. One of the guys who showed me the Quest originally said, if you could realistically put on an Oculus Quest, hold the button to create your fence, your area, and walk like the entire length of the Earth, it would work. Like, you could map, the entire planet as your play space.
Jesus.
I mean, processing power, I'm sure would get.
The world is your video game.
But yeah, it's an incredible system, man. And the tracking is actually really, really good. It uses all these cameras on the headset, and I thought, well, I was playing Blade and Sorcery, which is not an Oculus Quest game, but I am able to connect to my computer using virtual desktop and play any of my Steam VR games. Ooh. So there's really no limitations to this thing. Like, you could treat it just like a Rift. And now there's the Oculus Link cable that lets you connect directly to the PC, which I'm going to try out this week to make it a hardwired connection instead of wireless. But and like put my hand, like I had a sword on my back, and like I can put my hand behind my back and like wave it around, and it's still tracking my hand. And I'm like, how is this doing this? Because there's no external cameras on like poles on the corners of the room or anything.
So it's all like built into the headset?
But, I guess some sort of combination of guessing where my hand is based on, accelerometer or something and the cameras and all of this put together. It just creates a very good... I think it's well worth the money, I got to say, guys.
Okay.
It's well worth the money. All of that to endorse a game called Elite Dangerous.
Oh, yeah, Elite Dangerous.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
I played that game...
I didn't know that had VR support.
Yeah.
Yes. I played this game probably 3 years ago and was like, whatever. And then as the Oculus Quest was on its way to my house, I wanted to try a space game in VR. And my options, I think the main three are Star Citizen, which will never be released, No Man's Sky, which was released with a lot of critical... No Man's Sky had a controversial release. The third option was Elite Dangerous, and I tried it out, and I actually played a lot of this game before the Quest even got here, and I love this game, dude.
Yeah, it's a pretty hardcore space sim, right?
It is really, really good, though. Like, at first I thought it had a big learning curve. It really only took maybe 30 minutes of going through the tutorials and understanding how the game works I was able to get my ship, dock it, undock it, learn how to make some decent money bounty hunting or mining, and the whole the sound effects are really, really good. Man, I love it. Elite Dangerous has like its own like economy driven by the players and like.
Are we gonna have to do an Elite Dangerous episode in the future?
I think we should. Damn it! I think we should do an Elite Dangerous episode very soon. I really like this game.
Oh, okay.
Right. And it does support VR. So if you guys do end up getting a VR headset, I highly recommend playing Elite in VR with a joystick if you have one. Because VR plus keyboard and mouse doesn't mix very well. But even without that, just keyboard and mouse, no VR, fantastic game. I played it for like 2 weeks like that and couldn't put it down. So my endorsement is for Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous
and VR.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think I might try that out actually.
I'm not gonna lie. You got my interest.
I think you would actually like it, James. You played a lot of those kind of like TIE Fighter games.
I love TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter's the fucking best, man.
Wasn't TIE Fighter like based on Wing Commander?
Yes.
Or something?
Yes.
Well, wasn't this like, well, no, the creator of Wing Commander is making Star Citizen, is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Elite Dangerous feels along the same lines of like a mix of like Wing Commander and like a flight sim. In space,
I've seen some gameplay of it. It does look TIE Fighter-esque.
Yeah.
Can I just say this? If either of you would like to try this game, please invite me and I will like help you out in the beginning. Like, I think it's going to be, I don't know. I'm the kind of person where when I put my mind to something, I'll learn the ins and outs on my own. But I do think it is a steep learning curve. And if you had a buddy,
then 10K easy money,
it'll be a better experience.
Oh, hey, if you want to know what that inside joke was, you should check out Golden Days Elf on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can watch the three of us, actually, play Star Wars Galaxies, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, that got so weird.
I love that.
Golden, GOLDENDAZEELF, Golden Days Elf on YouTube.
Yep.
Also, while we're plugging things in at the end of this cast, I just also want to plug in. We talked about our Patreon, we talked about our social media presence, and now we're talking a little bit about some gameplay that we do. I've been kind of thinking that Good Games should make a presence on the Twitch scene, in the forms of the Good Games stream on Twitch. So, James, next episode we'll probably talk a little bit more about where to find that. But yeah, look out for a post on our Twitter or our Instagram or our Facebook, and I'm going to take the lead on maybe try to have you guys on every once in a while.
Are we going to be able to watch you stream Elite Dangerous?
I think I'll start some Elite Dangerous. I mean, I might play some of the things I'm into or whatever. If you want to get to know me a little bit better, I will be representing Good Games and being out there in the world and putting my face on the internet.
I dig it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap this up. This went longer than I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
You know what? We did it right.
Yeah.
We did it.
I never half-ass anything, guys. I may not feel too great in the morning, but I can always say that I full-assed this.
Complete ass.
Full ass.
100% ass.
The Good Games
Full
podcast.
Ass.
It's all ass.
That's a shout out to Lars for coining that term earlier today. Never half-ass anything,
Patreon
guys.
Guy.
Yeah, you always full ass.
Always full ass. This podcast. Always.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up. Shit, I meant to. We don't even know what our next episode is going to be. Maybe it'll be Elite Dangerous. Who knows?
No.
Oh, I would love that. That would get me very excited. I'm so hard right now.
Yeah. We'll figure that out in the next coming days. All right. For the Good Games podcast, I'm James.
I'm Leo.
I'm Justin.
Justin? Did we lose Justin?
Hello?
What? He said, and I'm Justin.
Oh, did he? Oh, fuck me. My internet cut out, I guess. I don't know. Goodbye.
All right.
I don't know what's going on.
All
Goodbye.
right.
I'm going to bed.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. See you guys.
No Man's Sky, which was released with a lot of critical conspiracies.
Acclaim.
I don't know what.
Critical conspiracies.
What is the word?
Critical acclaim, right? Or no?
No, definitely not acclaim. I would say it was had at the very best had a mixed reception.
Yeah.
I was trying to. There's a specific word I'm looking for. It's not conspiracies, but it's like when something there's good things said about it and there's bad things said about it.
Mixed.
It's like I read it. It's a C word. I always suck at C words. Anything with a C, I always am terrible at remembering what the word
Cock.
is.
Cunnilingus. Critical cunnilingus. That's what it was.
God damn it.
Critical cock.
Hold on. I can't go on without fixing this.
This is getting left in unedited, by the way.
What is the word? It's on Reddit all the time. Reddit has like top, hot.
Controversial? Is that?
Controversial.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. God damn it. Controversial.
It's a big word.
That's what I was trying to say.
I don't know. I like critical cunnilingus better.
No Man's Sky had a controversial release.
Had a very cunnilingus release.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good Games Podcast After Dark.
Yeah, there you go.